And welcome back to The Count, where we're counting down the major stories of the week. I'm Joe Pinion, along with Heather Childers. This brings us to number one on tonight's countdown, the Super Bowl. Tomorrow night will be the big game. Are we going to see a boom or a bust? The matchup tomorrow night in Tampa Bay is the story of quarterbacks, the Buccaneers, Tom Brady, and Kansas City Chiefs, Pat Mahomes. But it was a season of controversy as the NFL took some political stances on social justice and Black Lives Matter, drawing staunch criticism from the audience after players and teams started kneeling for the anthem or skipping out on it altogether. Big advertisers have already pulled out of their normal mid-game spots. Budweiser, Coke, Pepsi, Hyundai, all reportedly not going to air commercials during the big game. It's sure to be a Super Bowl that looks quite different in many ways than we're expected to normally see. Joining me now to weigh in is branding advisor and author of the book, Intra-Branding, the Keystone of Corporate Agility, Marc Rudov. Marc, will companies be pulling out of spots like this in the future? And has this really been a reflection of the audience paying attention, as we just heard the congressman saying he won't even be watching it tomorrow, and he used to play in the NFL.
Yeah, well, that's because of all the social justice, and I understand that. I didn't start watching football this year until Game 6, but the big deal is the Super Bowl commercials, and I've been writing for a long time that the Super Bowl commercials are a total waste of money, and it really has nothing to do with politics. They're just a waste of money. They don't produce any results. And Budweiser from 2000 to 2016 won the most popular commercial of 13 years, and the consumption of its beer dropped 40%. And it's in the same category as naming stadiums, all a waste of corporate money, but they keep doing it. And this year is a bit weird, though, because of the pandemic. And Budweiser, for the first time, maybe in a long, or maybe ever, is not going to be advertising this year.
You know, someone I heard, and I think that I read this correctly, that one of the big advertisements that people are looking forward to hearing or seeing is GameStop. And we all know that everything that happened over the past week or so with GameStop and the stock market, is that a bold move or wise move for them?
It's never a wise move to advertise on the Super Bowl because people don't buy the products. It's been proven over and over and over again. It's a total waste of corporate money. So it really doesn't matter whether GameStop is advertising for the first time, the second time, the last time. It's all a waste of money.
Why do they do it then? Why do they spend millions and millions of dollars?
Me, Heather.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you asked me, because number one, ego, and number two, lack of understanding of branding. Branding is about connection, not about awareness. Let me take you back 41 years ago to 1980, Super Bowl 14, when Coca-Cola ran an iconic commercial featuring Mean Joe Green.
Yep.
Some of you probably remember that commercial. Yeah. Mean Joe Green was coming down the tunnel, going back to the locker room, and he was exhausted and exasperated. And there was a little kid there, happened to be in the tunnel with a bottle of Coca-Cola, and he gave it to Joe Green, who drank it, and then the sun came up, and he threw the kid his towel. And everybody loved it. Everybody talked about it. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing about that commercial. And guess what? Sergio Zyman, the VP of marketing at Coke, canceled that commercial. Why did he do that, Mark? Because, as he said, it didn't sell one carton of Coke.
But
and
we
that's
remember
a commercial's job, to sell the product.
All right, Marc. Well, maybe they will listen to your advice for the next Super Bowl.
No, they won't. No, they won't.
All right.
They're going to keep blowing money because they love to do it. The same thing, the stadium. Yeah. Raymond James Stadium pays $3.1 million a year to have its name on that stadium. Last year, it was in Miami, Hard Rock Stadium. They were paying $14 million a year.
More money than I'll ever see. Marc, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right.